It was a great week for Bison men's basketball. 2 home wins for NDSU this week puts them right back in the mix at the top of the Summit League race. Head coach David Richman joins us right now. And coach, congratulations on those 2 home wins. Always important to protect the home court, isn't it?
No question, and we've had, going back to a couple years, we've had a tremendous amount of success. Let's give credit where credit is due. Obviously, our guys have done their part, but Bison Nation certainly helps in that, and it was good to be back home. It was good to take care of business.
Hey, Oral Roberts was a hungry team, and you got their best shot on Thursday night, didn't you?
We felt that same way, Jeremy. Oral Roberts is a talented team. They've got tremendous parts. They're very well coached. They're picked 3rd in the league preseason for a reason, and they've just found ways almost to lose games, and have been in a lot of tough games. And you go back to our game in Tulsa almost a month ago or so, and we dropped it by 1. And we got a really good punch from them. Our guys sustained it, handled some adversity with Paul going down in the first half, and were able to find a way and come out with the win.
Sometimes with an injury, over time you can regroup and get your rotation set, but sometimes throughout the course of a game, when you lose someone, it's hard. And you lost him right before halftime, so you had to regroup at halftime, didn't you?
Yeah, you do. When you got a player of that caliber and the way he can put the ball in the hole, you do got to make some adjustments. But we talked to our guys about controlling what you can control, and Paul's done. We couldn't control that anymore, and go out and handle your role, do your job, and our guys, again, to their credit, they did that, and they did it to a high level.
And that's the culture of NDSU athletics, isn't it? Next man up, no matter what sport we're talking about.
Yeah, there's no excuses. You can sit here and make excuses, but it doesn't do you any good, especially when you're North Dakota State and the target that we have on our back because of the success that we've had the last couple of years. Nobody's going to feel sorry for us.
So a great win, 67-63 over Oral Roberts. Did that carry some momentum into Saturday, into the big game against IPFW?
Yeah, most certainly did. Make no mistake about it, because there's so many close games in this, and we were able to find a win, and you're feeling good, you're building confidence. But at the same time, Friday, I kind of challenged our guys about, I'm not sure we're mentally ready yet, mentally mature enough to handle success. So we went at them pretty good on Friday and just trying to relock them in, and I thought they responded, at a high level come Saturday afternoon at 4 o'clock.
So you and your staff had to look at the fact that Thursday night Max Landis has 44 points, 11 three-pointers. Probably caused you some sleepless hours on Friday and Saturday, but you did a great job on him. Talk about the game plan going in. Well,
obviously Max is certainly a talent, and probably, with where they are in the standings and where he's playing, a legit candidate for Player of the Year, and especially coming off of a game like that. But what makes them so tough is the parts that they have around them. And again, you can see that with Calder having 18 against us. The Stewart kid off the bench was playing at a high level, and I haven't mentioned, John Conchar, a guy that had 19 and 10 against us at their place last time. And so that's what makes it tough to just tee off against Landis. But credit Kai Cabellis, for 40 minutes was really in his face. But when you do that, when you hold a team to 28% field goal percentage, it's a whole team effort, and our guys were locked in and executed a game plan.
And 46 after they had scored 96. I mean, collectively, the defensive effort, not just on Landis, like you mentioned, but just team-wise, everybody stepped up defensively.
Yeah, and that's what it has to be. We talk about family a lot, and we talk about team a lot, and we're only as good as each other. And if we try to do things individually, whether that be try to make hero plays defensively or we try to rush things offensively, that's not how we play. And when we defend, when we take care of the ball, and when we rebound or box out at a high level, it's going to give us a chance. And we did all 3 of those things, I thought, at a very good level, and that allowed us to get a little bit of a gap on Saturday afternoon.
Looking at the standings, we do this on this show. I know you like to look one game at a time, but, a 2-loss SDSU, a 3-loss IPFW, then there's a pack at 4 losses. So this weekend, sweeping at home really puts you in the mix for some great things.
Yeah, a half game out of third, a game and a half out of second, and 2 games out of first place, and you beat the first place team. That being said, we start looking at standings, and I know you just touched on it. We've got to get better tomorrow, and we've got to get better Wednesday in practice. And you got a USD team that's hungry, and they probably feel like they let one slip against us at our place, where we let a 16-point lead go pretty quick, and give them a ton of credit. They made some changes, made some adjustments, and had one rim out for them. And we'll take the win. We'll build off, hopefully, the confidence that we gained from being at home and winning 2 this weekend. But we need to continue to get better. But the exciting part is because of the youth and inexperience on our group, there's so much more room for growth.
You know, and 3-8, USD is 3-8. Throw that out the window. I mean, you've been around long enough. At Vermilion, it's always tough. They protect their home court as well as anyone. You know, they've lost a few this year, but it's still going to be a tough ball game down there.
You know, they just turned around and thumped Oral Roberts pretty good on Saturday. They got us down there at their place, and I thought they got us with, you know, Gator points. They really got after us and made some energy and effort plays that they're very capable of doing. And we can't let that happen. You get to this time of year, and most coaches will tell you, we've probably done a pretty good job scouting them. They've probably done a good job scouting us. It's the 50-50 plays, manufacturing points, and it's the little things that carry over this time of year. And we've got to keep doing those little things like we did this past weekend. Well,
best of luck to you down at Vermilion, and then, of course, Saturday at Omaha.
Thanks, Jeremy.
You betcha. We'll have the Bison Radio Network fired up for you. Jack Michaels at USD and at Omaha. We'll recap both those games next week for you. And best of luck to the Bison, and we'll see you next week.